slowly changing into my gym clothes because exercise is great and I thought this Saturday would be really productive. Unlike the last one, which went like this.
Oh, today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything. Nothing at all.
I just feel tired all the time, as if I'm living in another time zone. Weird. I went from a 5-hour sleep to an 8-hour sleep and started feeling worse. So my advice is to sleep as little as possible during the summer because you just have more time to enjoy the greater things. So this vlog is a question which I don't have the answer to yet. Because I'm the kind of person who plans everything. During my sixth form, I knew that the next step would be university, even though I didn't know which one. I certainly knew I would stay in the UK. However, now I'm completely lost. Not that Brexit affected me in any way, but suddenly I started feeling like the UK is not the place that I want to be in for the rest of my life for sure. So during Lent term, Careers Office organized this talk for international students who would like to stay in the UK and who would like to know the rules.
So there are restrictions in terms of the number of hours you can work. So just as currently, so it's quite a lengthy document, and you will want to have a look through it in your own time. And there are two. There's a new entrant rate and an experienced rate. So as a Tier 4 student switching into Tier 2, you would be allowed to have the new entrant rate, which is lower. And that review was published, as I say, in mid-January. The committee review at Tier 2 has recommended that the exemption for having to apply the resident labour market test is removed. The minimum salary threshold should rise from 20,800 for the minimum level if different occupations will be higher.
This talk was really long and kind of useless, but the main points are there is a minimum salary for me to stay. Now it's 23 grand, but it will rise and it has to be my initial salary. For some professions, there is also this process that an employer has to go through, which basically involves an employer proving to a government that he could not find a person from the UK or another EU national with the same amount of skills for this position. So he just had to employ an international. So yeah, after that talk, I pretty much freaked out a little bit, thinking, oh, fantastic, I'm never gonna stay in the UK. And luckily there was an open day at Careers Office. Some people just tell me, oh, you're from Cambridge, everyone will want you. And like, no, because basically I'm competing with the same people who I go to university with for the same jobs, because they basically apply everywhere I would want to apply. And I'm like, wow, I'm never gonna get a job. But I think Careers Office at Cambridge can be very useful if you know how to approach this whole thing. You just have to go and ask, be proactive.
Once you get the results, you can hone it and you can just look for vacation opportunities.
And while we are on the topic of the whole international thing, I was gonna mention the fact that in February I became a member of KCSU exec team. Now, what the hell is KCSU? So every college has a JCR, which stands for Junior Common Room. It is sometimes an actual room, which King's doesn't have, but most of the time JCR is kind of an executive team of students who were chosen to be representatives for certain minorities or not necessarily minorities. So in almost every college it's called JCR, and in King's it's called KCSU, which stands for King's College Student Union. It's a team of around 13-15 people. As you can see, there are very important roles like president, vice president, chair and so on, and there are representatives for women welfare, male welfare, international, LGBT, sports and societies, green and charities, and from this year onwards we will have a disabled officer as well. So yeah, to be chosen there was kind of very cool. just finishing off my manifesto, obviously promising a lot of stuff, which I really hope to do, to become an international officer, because hustings are tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. I'm really sad that I haven't recorded the hustings, but elections are today, so let's hope that some people are gonna vote for me as an international officer. So results are in, and guess what, who won for international student? It's me! I mean, it's all great and stuff. It means that I will act as an international officer for a year, and actually when new freshers arrive, so I'll have to think about the ways that I can make their first term great. I'm so excited about the whole thing. Yeah, so that was me hoping to make some change, which turned out to be just going to weekly meetings, hearing all sorts of stories, and then later on I realized how intense Freshers Week is gonna be, so I'm getting ready for that. I'm getting some cool things done, so that'll be exciting to film. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Just one last thing that I wanted to mention. We had a summer school come and visit us, and by us I mean the engineering department. It was a Southern Trust summer school, so they came and stayed for like an hour, and they were using the iWoodSee website. iWoodSee is I Want to Study Engineering. It's a great website with a lot of problems, which are like for physics, maths, and even some logic puzzles. A lot of those questions were based on past papers. So yeah, the kids were on computers solving those problems, and me and other people from my team had to just kind of walk around and supervise the whole thing. And I have like, what, 120 subscribers, and somehow one of you managed to meet me in real life and recognize me. Shout out to that guy, because I feel like I looked pretty terrible on that day, and I don't know how you'd associate that person with me. Maybe I always look that bad. It's becoming kind of depressing. So yeah, it's just cool meeting subscribers in person, like that close to you. That was a cool experience. Thank you for watching this video. I wanted to make them as short as possible to make them easy to watch, and yet somehow every time I find something to talk about. I guess I'll see you next week. Bye.